Well, welcome everybody to the Mason Adams Show. You can kick off your shoes, you ain't got nowhere to go. If you had somewhere to be, you better cancel all those plans, nowhere to go. It's the Mason Adams Show! That's right, this is the Mason Adams Show, episode number 5. We are live at Six Springs Tavern with our in-studio audience, also streaming live on YouTube from the Wellspring TV page. If you are just now clicking on this link and just now tuning in, make sure you subscribe to Wellspring TV, but also make sure you take a second, like we did at the beginning, and share this link out with somebody. Post it, text it to your grandma, text it to your baby mama and them. Let them know the Mason Adams Show episode 5 is live. I am Mason Adams, our host, and I am joined today by my extra very special guest, Mr. Duke Dutzen.
Hey.
Thank you so much, Duke, for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So, we've got an extra special show planned this week. You might notice that we're running short on a guest this week, and so it's extra special in that sense, but it's extra special that it's Duke, and if you don't know him, you're going to get to know him a lot better, and because we're going to have a little bit more time to play, I feel like a few more songs, so should be a fun one. This is where we typically do any announcements that we might have. Announcements. So we do want to announce that the Mason Adams Project has a show this Saturday night. It's at Lake Texoma up in Pottsboro, Texas. It's called the Island Bar and Grill. It's located within Highport Marina. So you're probably familiar with it if you know the area. If you're not, it's a beautiful place. Come check it out. It's going to be a gorgeous sunset, I feel like. It's kind of an open-air venue. We're going to be playing 2 sets. It's going to be full, unadulterated Mason Adams Project. And, we'll kick things off around 8. And everybody up there, Sherman, Denison, Grayson County, Fannin County, Bryan County, Oklahoma, we hope you're listening. Come check us out. We're going to be there Saturday night. So, Duke, the thing is, announcements on the Mason Adams Show is kind of like prayer requests. Okay, so like if you had somebody that you wanted to add to the prayer list at church, then you would just like submit that name, right, and they'd add it to the list and that type of thing. So that's how it works here. If you have something that you would like for me to announce live on air, right, then you can submit it to my inbox like now for next week or something, right, and then I make the announcement, okay? But like always have to address the issue with like week 1. I was like, it's like prayer requests. You just send them to me, and then all of a sudden, that week I started receiving all of these actual prayer requests, like, Mason, please, pray for it. And I was like, whoa. I'm just one guy. Just
Too
one guy.
many responsibilities.
Yeah, too many responsibilities to keep up with all of the prayers that have flooded my inbox, So you feel free to slide into the DMs with any announcements that you'd like, and I always will bring it up. I mean, as long as it's like not,
Can I make an announcement?
You can, of course, make an announcement.
We're playing on Friday night.
But nobody knows who we are, so...
Learning names.
Learning names, which we're going to learn a lot more about the names of the people in your band in a little bit and about learning names. But tell us where Learning Names is playing this weekend.
We're playing Mavericks in Arlington on Friday night.
Have y'all played there before?
First time.
I've never been there either. Cool.
I know a few people who've played there. I know Sonny plays there a
Yeah,
few times.
yeah. And is there other bands?
Yeah, Settlemeyer's playing.
Cool.
They're the ones we're friendly with. You know, we've played with them a couple times. Off the top of my head, I can't remember the other band's names. I can look it up if we want to.
Well, yeah, we can do that. So, and then, here's the deal, Duke. You have to talk into the microphone.
Sorry.
Yeah, because it's like a podcast / interview / song swap type format, And so, like, even if I can hear you fine, we need for everybody to be able to hear you fine.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We're playing with Bygones, Settlemeyer, and Down Bad Band. Mavericks Bar, Arlington, Friday night.
Cool. Well, super excited. So anyway, announcements. If you have something that you would like me to announce for you, then let me know. I'd be more than happy to do that for you. So this is where we talk about our sponsors for the Mason Adams Show, which we have none. So we're trying to get some sponsorships. And, as far as things that you can provide for the show, which we need, we like guitars. We like guitar strings. We like hats. We like shirts.
Cool show.
Things and stuff, right? So if you want to sponsor the show, if you would like for us to wear your apparel, shout out your company, your whatever, let us know. And we can talk about it and do things, and we'd love to have you be a part of the Mason Adams Show and provide us a sponsor. So let's roll back a second, rewind. Maybe this should go into the announcements section. So this is, we took last week off for 4th of July. Then we got this week. Then in 2 weeks, we will have Mason Adams Show number 6, okay? And then from that point on, we're sticking with a monthly format. What do you think about a monthly format, Duke?
Sounds good.
Yeah, so, and I thought so. We had a great run in June where we did every Wednesday. It was awesome. We learned a lot, Keaton, didn't we? We learned a lot about ourselves, and we had a fun time doing it, and we've got to meet a lot of cool people and stuff. But, for going forward and for feasibility and for recognition and for longevity, that's the word I was looking for, we're going to go to one time a month, and it's going to be on Wednesday nights. And it's going to be the last Wednesday of every month. And so there will be special guests, basically the same kind of thing that you've been witnessing, but we hope to have some sponsors to be able to shout out and those type of things, going forward. So anyway, if you're in the car right now and you happen to be anywhere near Beltline and Plano Road, we are at Six Springs Tavern in Richardson, Texas. We want you to get down here right now. Come hang out with us. We're going to play some tunes. We got cold beer. We got good food. We got happy hour specials rolling through. And we'd love to see your smiling face down here at Six Springs Tavern. Anyway, so let's keep it moving. Because remember, this is the Mason Adams Show where everything is homemade, even the music, even the lamps. And we are all about playing original tunes. And so let's get into a couple of questions followed by some songs. So, all right. Anyway, as I said before, special guest today is Mr. Duke Dudson. You might know him from the band Learning Names. Make sure you go follow the socials and all that right now just to get it out of the way with, and then we'll remind you about that again here in a little bit. Anyway, Duke, how are you, my friend?
I'm good, very good. Enjoying summer.
Dude,
How are you?
I'm good. Man, I mean, honestly, is it okay to not be okay sometimes? I was kind of thinking that today, and I didn't post on Facebook about it, and I didn't make a deal about it. But like, I don't know. For some reason, I just like have this weird thing about maybe feeling sorry for myself or like. I don't know, feeling overwhelmed or something. But then I have a tendency to dismiss that by thinking about other people's problems who are bigger than mine, which I've also been told is not the best thing to do all the time, too. So, I mean, I guess generally speaking, I'm okay. I'm good. Today, like I had better days. Anyway, yeah, yeah. Chloe is on her way. It's my daughter. She's coming to Texas soon. So anyway, so thank you for asking. I'm okay. Generally. But
Well, let's improve your mood.
yeah. That's why we're here, and I'm so happy that it's here, and I get to spend some time with you. And so anyway, so remember here at the Mason Adams Show, it's not about me; it's about our extra very special guest. So you might have discerned that our special guest today is maybe not from Dallas, Texas. So, Duke, tell us where you're from.
I'm from Manchester, England.
Manchester, England. So when I think of Manchester right off, the very first thing that I think of is Manchester United. Like, that is what my very first thing. So are you a soccer fan?
Not massively. Everybody I know is
Everybody
a
you
soccer
know
fan.
is a huge soccer fan. Yeah.
and-
And are they hooligans?
Some are, I guess.
Some are?
Not like 80s beating each other up with sticks hooligans, but.
Did you say 80s?
Yeah.
So that used to happen more in like the 1980s.
I believe so.
Yeah. Cool. Soccer.
But there's actually two teams in Manchester. There's Manchester United and Manchester City.
Yeah. So is it pretty city divided or is mostly Man U?
No, it's divided.
City divided.
Yeah.
So why has Man U been just like more prevalent, I guess, or more known and win more?
I think they were very successful in the 90s.
They kind of caught fire and.
But I believe it's switched. I'm the last person to ask about
Yeah,
this.
I know.
But
That's why I'm asking you. It's
and
great.
As far as I'm aware, I think City are now. I think they just won the league.
Cool.
So.
I mean, the only reason I really know partly is like FIFA. Like we
Okay.
played a lot of FIFA in college and stuff like that. So how long did you live in the UK?
31 years.
So this is a long time. Your whole a whole lifetime,
Uh-huh.
31 years. So how long have you lived in the United States?
4.5 years.
And you live in Dallas or like where, Carrollton or like
Irving.
where Irving? Okay, yeah, west side of Dallas. So, is Irving your first landing place when you came to the United States?
Yeah, I'm still in the same house that we moved to.
Holy smokes, man!
Yeah.
Holy smokes! So, how did you find Irving, Texas?
Well, my wife is from Dallas originally.
From Dallas.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
she moved to England. We lived in England together for like 7-8 years.
you all met in England.
No, we met in New York. I was doing a record in New York in like 2010 maybe. And there were a big bunch of us went to New York to do the record. We rented, it was pre-Airbnb, but we kind of rented like a little apartment from some guys. And she was staying in the apartment above, so just met by chance. on
How
that.
cool is that? That's sweet, dude. All right, so let's go ahead and pause talking for a second because I don't want to completely bore our listeners. But, Duke, so here's the rules. You're not going to talk about the song. It could be whatever you want to. You're going to play the song, and then we cuss and discuss and learn more about the tune, right? It's kind of different than like where you would introduce the song talking, you know, all those type of things, and then play the song for us, right? Here, we're just kind of like, boom, you're in it. Here's the song, and then we talk about it at the end. Okay? All right, so ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Duke Dutson.
We had a life here, living in the city, a crumbling apartment, but still somewhere to go. Was it the whiskey? Was it the bad memories? I swear that I have been caught out by both, and I know that you tried, man, I'm sure that you can. Why do you have to put yourself before us once again? You know the secrets I'll take 'em to my grave. There's a cause effect, believe me, but I just can't make that change. Don't give me those words, sing me those lies, throw your reason to the time. Give me those words, bring me those lies. Don't throw all these feelings, just be quiet. Did you admire it? Did you despise me? I was just trying to make a life for us both. Did you feel like a man when you raised your hands? The blood on my lip was the ink of our divorce. And my God, how I tried just to live this broken life. Sometimes I feel like I would rather die than be told. How do you know the secrets I'll take 'em to my grave? There's a cause effect, believe me, but I just can't make that change. Don't give me those words, sing me those lies, throw your reason to the time. Give me those words, bring me those lies. Don't throw all these feelings, just be quiet.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I've heard you play that song before, of course. It's an excellent tune. So what's that called?
Be quiet.
Be quiet. So this is the Cuss and Discuss, and so I can't really cuss this song because it's definitely a good tune.
Thank you.
But damn you for writing that good song, so I cuss you. But let's discuss. So if you asked me, I'd be like, that's a pretty new tune, like maybe written in the last 3 years. Is that right?
Yeah, we released it in 2020, I think, and I'd written it maybe 6 months before then.
So kind of pre-pandemic. You
Yeah,
wrote
yeah,
that
yeah,
pre-pandemic.
yeah.
So I'm just like trying to just like get a time frame type thing going
Yeah,
on.
I think it actually came out on Valentine's Day, so that would have been 2020, just
Do you-
before.
Oh, it came out on Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
it's not a
so,
Valentine's song.
So do you feel like what were you doing when you wrote that song?
I don't know. God, that's 3 years ago, man. I don't know what I was doing. I know I had the little riff for a while. Well, I had the chorus chords for a long time, and I guess the stabby kind of verse thing came through, and then it went well with that, and
Cool.
Came together.
Cool. So what genre would you call that, dude?
I don't know. We say indie rock.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's indie rock, but don't we also? I mean, it's ska, right? It's it's, I mean, Americana, it's folk, it's, I mean, it's all of that just in one, right? Like indie rock, like, it's so cool. Especially like, I mean, most of the time you're performing, it's with horns.
Yeah, I mean that wasn't the intention originally. We just wanted a big band. We wanted to bring in lots of different people. We ended up with a little horn section, and really liked how it sounded. But we're not trying to limit ourselves to just that. We want strings. We want flutes. We want everything.
Yeah, yeah, dude, that's cool. W- um, I guess so. Tell us just your interpretation, or what is that song about? Be quiet.
It was kind of written about a couple that I knew who were just really bad for each other. And the song is kind of from two different perspectives. The first verse is from one perspective, the one's from the other perspective. And it's just these two people who should have never been together, and they broke up, and it's all over now. But it was all about those two, basically.
I like that. Isn't that cool? It's kind of like, like, oftentimes we can write maybe a lot of songs about like, our experience and our personal experience, and that's kind of like one perspective also, but then also like writing about this outward appearance of this relationship between two different people from a different point of view or something. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that's a great song. Instantly like super catchy. That one's recorded, right? Was released on Valentine's Day 2020.
First ever single.
Oh man, so dropped this hot single on February 14th, 2020, and then a month later, less than, everything closed down.
We'd played 2 shows, and we managed to drum up all this interest. We had 2 shows booked at South by Southwest. We had shows in Marfa, Texas. We had shows Houston, Austin, everywhere, and then we lost everything overnight.
And as did everybody else. Yeah, and what an ordeal. Anyway, so enough about that. But dude, that's an awesome song. I really like that song. Like I said, instantly enjoyed that one the first time I heard it. All right, so Duke went, and so I'll play one. And I am really one of the only people to screw up the rules on my own show. So I'm not gonna screw up the rules, and so I just gotta play a song. Well, I've been wasting my time trying to find a reason why to escape the confines of my mind and let go. Got to go, go. Been going out of my mind, tripping over what's behind ya. No, I cannot rewind. Fast forward and I'm gone. I've got to go, go. And when I unwind, the service always starts without me. I'm looking for a good time. Don't let the party start without me. Got to go. Got to go. Got to go. Got to go. Thank you very much. Anybody gonna cuss that song?
Fight me in the parking lot.
Yeah, we'll meet you out back. Give you a knuckle sandwich. Grease it up real good.
That sounded cool, man. I remember you releasing that one.
Thanks. Yeah, so I've been going through this like crisis thing where we've been playing with the full band so much that I'm like having a hard time trying to figure out what to do with a lot of the tunes like solo acoustic, you know?
Yeah.
And it's weird, I guess, like you just completely shorten them and like, you know, cut out extended parts and you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just different,
It's a
playing
different
them.
beast.
It is. Yeah, it's a different beast. So that one's got to go. And it's we have a really cool video of that one. We recorded and shot the video on the same day, which is cool. So we have the live in studio shot, and it was on like we're coming out of the pandemic, but everybody's still wearing masks indoors type thing, basically. And so we were in the studio all masked up, you know, except for like if it was going to be you know, vocals, it was one person and they were in there alone without a mask on, you know, singing.
It's
you know.
unthinkable now, isn't it?
It is. It's crazy. I mean, I lost so much time. I feel like not as much now, like, you know, 2023, but especially like, I don't know, maybe like 2022, 2021, whatever. Like, I would say last year, and my mind, I would be going back to 2019 because I would skip 2020, 21 because they were so just monotonous and the same thing every day. You know, it's like it didn't even feel like time was a thing back then.
No, it was crazy, man. It was the whole world seemed to shut down. I mean, here it obviously closed for like a month or so in person, but back in England, I mean, they closed for like a year. Everything closed down. It was wild.
So you have family at home still?
Yeah.
Mom, dad,
Yeah.
everybody?
I mean, those who are still alive.
Yeah.
They're all still. I'm the only one here.
Uh-huh. Do you have brothers and sisters?
No, only child.
Me too, dude. That's crazy.
My mother learns from her mistakes.
That's funny. Carrie says we're lucky for being only child. That's funny. You're funny. Well, cool. So let's do some more. Let's do some more songs. Why not? Cool.
go.
Let's play us another one, dude. You can't tell us about it. Anything like that.
Wet the pipe. Riding through Mayflower fields in the sun, watching trains roll by, they don't stop for anyone. Back then all seemed fine, but I know it's time to see the world for myself, but I can't bring myself to get up from this chair. 2 long years they passed me by without a memory to serve to myself as proof I once lived. I told you the truth, 'cause what good is a lie if only to rip us further apart down the line? I feel like a fool. That's the effect they can have upon you. But don't you sit with me no more. If you can't handle what's coming next, 'cause I've been held free. It was always easy for me. I just sit back and watch. Never again what I know is true. When I could easily stay here for another 62. Yeah. Oh, say you won't leave me. Oh, say you won't leave me. Oh, please stay by my side. Say you won't leave me. Oh, say you won't leave me. Just don't leave me tonight. Yeah. Don't leave me
Bravo.
Thank you.
Good song, Duke.
Thank you.
What's that called?
3 Spaniards.
3 Spaniards. So how long ago was that written?
Probably 20 years ago.
This is awesome. So I didn't tell you at the beginning, but it's a special show, right? So like normally we kind of do this timeline thing where I kind of ask, these guys to come up with a early written song, and then maybe like a middle and then a late or something, So you gave us one that's a great song, right? Kind of newer, right? So this was written like 20 years ago. So let's talk about that a little bit. Tell us again the opening line of that song. What was it?
Not my greatest lyrics. Riding through Mayflower fields in the sun.
Mayflower Fields.
It was supposed to be a play on the ship and how things were changing.
Cool. I mean, I like the song. 20 years ago you wrote that song. So you were a kid.
I was like 16.
Yeah, dude.
It's probably like 18. Well, 18, 19 years ago.
You were a
something.
kid.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So that's a good segue because how old were you when you started playing guitar?
Oh, 7.
Is
8.
is guitar your first instrument?
Well, technically, I did keyboard for like 2 months or something.
Uh-huh.
But it never stuck.
Do you only play guitar now, or are there other instruments you're dabbling in,
I
or?
play bass. I mean, I can do chords on a keyboard, but
Uh-huh.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
no virtuoso.
Yeah, sure. So we've talked about this before, and so that's why I'm gonna bring it up. Let's just talk about like as a kid, the proximity of places where you're able to take a train to and go play music or busk or whatever. Talk about that a little bit.
I mean, in England, everything's so close. The next city is like, and I mean, major city. What you'd consider like Austin is like 80 minutes away, something like that. So everything's so close. You can play around a lot more, or a lot easier than you can here. You can go from city to city. I mean, when we were like 17, we would go to Scotland, and that would be like 8, 9 dates, things like that. But you're only driving an hour in between. Once you're in Scotland, which is like 4 hours, it's like an hour between each city. So it's super easy.
That is so cool. And was was it easy? I mean, it's easy to get gigs.
Yeah, I mean, we never struggled with it. Back in those days, you'd email people, and,
Uh-huh.
well, maybe even call them. I can remember calling people in France, trying to get shows in France, and you could do it, but they wouldn't speak English, and you'd have to kind of work things out. But
Yeah, this is great. So, and you could just travel by train everywhere.
yeah, I mean, we'd
Yeah.
usually drive.
Oh, you could drive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we had a van which fit everybody in.
Cool.
And
Cool. And what was your first band called?
My first, well, the very
Yeah,
first
the
one that I
very
did
first band.
I don't know about the very the first one I did anything in like
Uh-huh.
shows and things was
Sure.
called the Nuns.
The Nuns.
Nuns.
Cool. And how long were the Nuns together?
Maybe 3 years or so.
How many pieces in the Nuns?
4.
4 piece.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And any Nuns music available anywhere to listen to?
I mean, no, it was
Yeah.
pre Spotify, pre anything like
For
that.
sure.
It's pre YouTube.
Yeah, pre everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, pre
so-
everything.
I've got a lot of them, but
Yeah.
none are online.
Cool, dude. That's awesome. And then so like, it's crazy to me because I started playing the drums when I was 10 or so, and played a lot for those first like maybe 5 years. And then once I got to high school and I was playing sports and stuff like that, it just like drums kind of, went to the side. I was more interested in chasing girls and, playing football and those type of things. But I didn't, start playing guitar until much later in life. I feel like, 28 years old.
Oh wow.
And everybody I talk to, everybody who's been on the show has like been, playing the guitar for so long, and like I'd kick myself for not sticking with it when I had like tried to do it at a much younger age, and but that's so cool. Like I played bass in a couple of bands in high school, and that was fun. Our first band name was Kickin' Asphalt. That was like when we were like in 4th grade. I was a drummer in that band.
That's cool. It's better
Yeah.
than the Nuns.
Better than the Nuns. I don't know. Nuns is pretty good. Nuns is pretty good. All right, I'll play one for you. Let's do that one we're kind of messing around with. It's in B minor. I'll do it, and you can just whatever you want to add some flavor to it.
Licks.
Yeah, whatever
Give me
you
a
want
nod.
to. Yeah, for sure. Do you believe the lies they're feeding you? Is there any truth masked behind those lies? The administration is out to grind you. Will you reach the sky with a battle cry? Can't you feel them lurking in the shadow? They're always in tune with what you do. The walls are closing in around you. Will you fill your soul with right to do? And who are you running from this time? Don't you think it's time we feel them lurking in the shadow, you're always in tune with what you do. When the walls are closing in around you, will you feel your soul is right to do? Right to do, right to do. All that's left is right to do. Right to do. Oh, right to do. All that's left is right to do. Can't you feel them lurking in the shadow? They're always in tune with what you do. When the walls are closing in around you, will you feel your soul is right to do? Right to do, right to do. All that's left is right to do. Right to do, oh, right to do. All that's left is right to do. Right to do, right to do. All that's left is right to. Thank you. You might have guessed that one's called Right to Do. That one is slowly has become definitely one of the favorites of the band to play. Lead guitar riff is really cool on that one. It's like, that's type of like bouncy thing. It's pretty neat, and that's like I feel like it's one of our more kind of, dancey kind of, bouncy tunes all together. It's got a real cool, mandolin solo
cool
on there. So, Right to Do, really it's about, it really is straightforward. It's like about doing the right thing, and just being a decent human being and, standing up for, what you feel is, right and, that type of thing. So that song was written, I guess, kind of like, maybe 2016, 2017, something like that. And, it was, the song has now just morphed so much, like from when we first started playing it. I feel like it was more of kind of like a folky, kind of slower tune, and now it's more turned into this kind of rock driver, dancey tune, type
Sounds
thing.
good, man. I like where you put him.
Thanks, buddy. Cool. So we're like cruising right along here. We're moving into the next segment. If you're just joining us on the stream on YouTube, there's still time to get down here. Come hang out. This is the Mason Adams Show. This is episode 5. Joined today by my very special guest and friend, Duke Dudson. Duke is the frontman for Learning Names. Got my Learning Names shirt on today. Make sure that you go out on Spotify, find their music. It's on YouTube, it's on iTunes, it's on TikTok, it's on everything. Pandora, Tidal, I don't know. So many of them, right? If you want to hear Learning Names music, you can find it wherever music is played. So make sure you go check that out. Also follow Learning Names on Facebook, Instagram, farmersonly.com, Tinder, Bumble, Christians Only. What else?
Grinder.
Grinder, Zanga, MySpace. We got them.
The good old days.
We got them all. Yeah, the gambit of the socials. Learning Names. They're on there. Check them out. Plenty of Fish. POF. Of course. Why wouldn't
That's
they
so
be?
old. I think the fish are
Wouldn't they
dead
be?
now.
I mean, it's not. It's not. I have seen bands that have done the Tinder profile. And it's like, oh, you're in that town and you're looking for whatever you're looking for, right? And then you
Love.
swipe, and it's like, boom, hey, this band from Dallas is here, and well, I don't know. Maybe it's a good idea. So, yeah, groupie thing. Yeah, just swipe them all. Yeah, everybody gets a swipe. Swipe for you. Swipe for you. Yeah. That's great. That's great. Anyway, Learning Names. And we're here today with Mr. Duke Dutson. We're learning so much about Duke, and it's cool because, you and I have known each other for what, several years now?
It's gotta be.
Right, whatever. But we've never had this kind of time to be able to sit down on the couch, play some songs, chit chat, talk, and so this is cool that we get to do it in this cool setting, live from the B-side here at Six Springs Tavern in Richardson, Texas. Remember, starting in 2 weeks, July 26th, we're going to be here on the last Wednesday of the month. And we'll shoot Mason Adams show, and then after that we'll roll into open mic with Dave Christensen. It's the Rambler Radio show that is shot live for Wellspring TV also. So that's the last Wednesday of the month up here also. So from 5:30 to 7, Mason Adams show. Then immediately following the open mic, which anybody is free to come out and participate in. And then there's also featured performers that evening that do a song swap type thing, and it's really cool. So there's been a great crowd here for that on those Wednesdays. So if you're writing songs, if you're wanting to sing songs, something like that, come try one out last Wednesday of the month. And Mason Adams show will be here before that. So, all right, let's play a few more songs for you. We're going to let Duke go. And remember, here at the Mason Adams show, we don't introduce the song at first. We play the song, and then we talk about it at the end. We do a cuss and discuss. I'm the only one who's broken the rules on the show so far. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Duke Dutson.
I'm so alone tonight, I lay awake. I think of you and all of my mistakes. Did I treat you right? Did I let you down? The lies of stories on your aging face The details gone, but the body remains as you slip away before our eyes. So you may never know of the life you led before, but no matter where this goes, I'll be here. Ancient postcards from a faraway place, forgotten memories that slipped our way from a different life, left behind in time. So you may never know of the life you led before, but no matter where this goes, I'll be here. But this comes true, and like curtains drawn, and through blood tears I let them know. Oh, it's so beautiful, with the sun beaming down as we walk the waterfront. He asked for my heart, and I'll see you all again. We can agree. And he said all my love away to you, oh, to you, oh, to you. Thanks.
Sweet, dude.
Thank you.
I like that one. I tried to add a little something on top. That's awesome, dude. What's that song called?
Postcards.
Oh yeah, Postcards. There's a great story behind this song. I'm so glad you played it. Yeah. Tell us the story about Postcards, not about the song, but about the story.
Well, what is the story?
Thank
you tell me.
Gary. With the postcards.
Oh, the video.
Well, yeah. And you
Sorry, I
bought
think
it-
on the song.
and you-
Yeah, Brad came up. Brad, the owner of Six Springs, where we are right now, he came and joined us and became a movie star.
So, and we have there's a music video for Postcards,
Exactly.
and then you purchased a bunch of postcards.
We did. That was free merch for everybody. We bought way too many. we thought like 1,000 postcards would go pretty quick, but they didn't.
I got
So,
one. I
we-
got one.
I'm gonna be sending postcards when I'm 80.
I love it though,
on the
man.
same
Like
thing.
that is actually a good idea. Like, and speaking of postcards and the post office, and Carrie can vouch for me on this. Like, we just did a CD swap exchange with a band that from Tasmania.
Wow.
Yeah, in Australia.
Yeah.
Like not even really in Australia, like off of Australia. How crazy is that?
I saw you post on that. That was
Dude,
super cool.
how crazy. And like they reached out to us and had seen our video and were just like, hey, we're in Tasmania. They're like, we like y'all's music, feel like, you know, y'all kind of sound like us, you know, whatever. They're like, you know, we know that we're, you know, out here, but we think that our lead singer or something must have lived in Texas in her before life or in a previous life or something like that, you know, and it's just super cool. And then it just, yeah, stayed in touch. And then they released their album and they were, you know, sending it out, you know, and I said, I'll swap one with you, and then, we did that. And like, I had never sent anything to Tasmania before, so I mean, it was kind of expensive, I guess, for what it, for what it was. But who am I? I don't know, but a ship probably took plane, train, and automobile and boat and everything else to get it there, right?
Now you got a gig swap.
Yeah, no, that's definitely on the table if it ever were to happen.
That'd be cool.
How cool would that be? Anyway, they're the Smokin' Elmores. If you ever feel like digging up a cool band from Tasmania, really though they have a rockin' rhythm section, and lead vocalist is great. They're just super cool, and so. Maybe one day they'll come play the Six Springs Tavern stage. Wouldn't that be pretty cool? Just roundabout type thing. That'd be pretty cool. So anyway, the Smokin' Elmores and any other bands from Tasmania or Australia, you've got a standing stage to play at Six Springs here at the Original Music venue, and then Mason Adams Project and Learning Names will open for you. We'll share the bill with you. There we go.
They're the headliners. They're coming all the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we'll support them, and they, we'll have the stage. Yeah, it'll be a good night.
Sounds great.
Yeah, be a good night. So, standing open offer to any Australian bands. Come on, we'll play a show with you. All right, moving on. How are we doing? Typically, we have a strict schedule that we adhere to, and we follow it never. But looks like we're doing really good. So, let's play a few more songs. You want to?
Let's do it.
Cool. All right, let's hear one from Duke.
All right, I'll try it. An old one that I've not played in a long time. I'll probably mess it up. Calling all who have lived the plight. I've heard word from my captain. My mind's tired now after the fight. The scars will always remain. A single second of bad thought, disaster waiting to happen. You sell your soul for a bag of gold, but it'll only weigh you down. It'll only bring you down. I've been running so long, but I can't escape my past. The vines of my whole life constricting me. Poison in my heart, so I lied to all I mean. My web of broken promises and deceit. Your head, try to shake this off. This hangover's been too long. Years have passed, but the thought remains. 'Cause you can't escape your mind, for your thoughts have stopped your life. I've been running so long, but I can't escape my past. The vines of my whole life constricting me. Poison in my heart, so I lied to all I mean. My web of broken promises and deceit. But it'll only bring until you force your mind to see that it'll only bring you down, 'cause it's a circle stuck in repeat, and you will not change a thing until you face your fears.
Bravo. Dude, that's
Thanks.
a beautiful song. Dude, your finger style on the acoustic is so cool. That's
Been a long time. That hurts.
that,
I've
that's
not played that
that's
in a while.
that's really cool. And I was gonna ask, like, do you play with a pick on like full band stuff normally?
I'm hybrid. I kind of hold it between my finger there, so I pick with those and then pull it through.
That's cool. And so this is just kind of a guitar, type thing. Duke and I were talking about pickups for guitars, and he's got a nice one in his guitar. We're not going to say their name unless they want to give us money, but he's got a nice one, and it's one that I've looked at. And so have you found with that pickup in the acoustic guitar that on stage with the finger picking you can hear good?
Yeah. I mean, we kind of, in songs where I'm playing finger picking, the whole band comes down a little bit for that.
Smart.
But yeah, I mean, it cuts through. I love the sound of this thing. I've played quite a few different pickups and acoustics over the years. This one, just I don't think I would move to anything else.
It sounds good. Yeah, it sounds good.
I've
That's
had
cool.
ones. I used to have a J45, and I can't remember what pickup was in it, but whatever it was, you couldn't tune with it. It wouldn't pick it up on the tuner. I mean, it sounded fine when it played, but
Weird.
you just couldn't hear it.
How'd you like the J45?
I love it. I'm on these right now. These are Collings out of Austin. This is like a replica of like a 30s. I think it's an L00. But I love this. This is actually a short scale guitar. So
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
big guy, small guitar.
Yeah. And it's funny because I'll name drop even like Tin Man. He's been playing. I feel like that Taylor that he's playing is a smaller sized Taylor. Of course he just shreds it. But that's also just another person that comes to mind that plays a shorter scale guitar like that. I think I could be wrong. I think I'm right. No, that's what I'm saying. Right? Yeah.
Short scale energy.
Yeah. Short scale energy. Cool. Yeah. What's that song called?
I can't remember what it said. Calling all. Calling all. Calling all.
Calling all.
Do you all understand me? Thank you, Keaton.
Calling all. See, we have a language barrier here. He's speaking English.
I do mumble.
I speak Texan. I speak Texan. That's hilarious. Let's you play. That's awesome. I'll play one and then we'll do some talking. How about that? Where have you gone now? I hope you found a nice place to stay. Feeling used, or was it just me yesterday? I'm searching for red. It's deep down in your core. You're feeling hollow. It's a tough pill to swallow. And I don't need you to tell me that it's over. bottle won't wash my blues away. This rock and roll won't keep me loaded anymore. These cocaine eyes won't hide the pain that's in my soul. I'm lost in sorrow and there's no tomorrow. I don't need you to tell me that it's over. I don't mean to do this right here. I don't need you to call me when you're sober. I don't mean to fall all apart. Is it me, or is it you? Tell me where it is you wanna go. Is it me, or is it you? Tell me where it is you wanna go. Is it me, or is it you? Tell me where it is you wanna go. Is it me, or is it you? Tell me where it is you wanna go. Is it me, or is it you? Tell me where it is you wanna go. Is it me, or is it you? Tell me where it is you wanna go. I don't need you to tell me that it's over. I don't mean to do this right here. I don't need you to call me when you're sober. I don't mean to fall apart. I don't need you to tell me that it's over. I don't mean to do this right here. I don't need you to call me when you're sober. I don't mean to fall apart. Hey, thank you. That one's Fall All Apart. That one's on Old Red River album that was released on April Fool's Day last year. It's out there on Spotify. All those places where you get your music. Fall All Apart is the name of that one. Also, there's a really cool
Live
music
video.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and it was shot at Sundown at Granada on Lower Greenville. Yeah, really cool video. It just turned out good. That's one of the first like full song videos that we ever kind of released. And yeah, turned out cool. That one's Fall All Apart. I wrote that song. That was a pandemic tune for sure, all the way. 2020, like at home, during the pandemic for sure. That one came about. So yeah, that was a fun one.
You did get some positivity from the
Oh
pandemic.
no, I mean the pandemic was great on a creative level for me. That's about the only thing it was good for. But a lot of songs came out, and just a plug. We did the Quarantapes series, which was a series of EPs that all had like 3 songs each. And so you can kind of go check out the Map Quarantape series, and that was kind of a fun thing.
I like what you did with the artwork with that as well, where it built up as it went along.
Thanks,
That was
dude.
cool.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Cool idea. And we worked with first. It's what people didn't know is that that was the album photo. It's right here. Grab it, dude. Pick it up. Right here. Yeah. This is Old Red River, and we don't have a zoom here, I don't think, whatever. But the album artwork right, was come about basically as the picture. And then the Quarantapes, heck yeah. The Quarantapes EPs, was actually hand-drawn artwork that was based on the picture of the album cover. But each step of the, in succession was based on, was not like the next step in the album, and then the album cover, whatever. Anyway, it was cool. You can check it out. They're out there. I think, you can see all the covers and stuff at Spotify in succession. So it's kind of good. It's kind of cool to go look out. Yeah, that was a cool project to do. And Bubba Flint was the artist. The photograph was Andrew Sherman. The art was Bubba Flint. Bubba is, Dallas Cowboys cartoonist, Dallas Morning News, White Rock Weekly, just so many publications, just Dallas famous, great dude. And yeah, it was super cool to work with him on the album project and all that. Oh, so, this is, Mason Adams show where everything is homemade, even the music, even the lamps. And we're so glad that you join us for episode 5. And, you never know what will happen. But we're about to get a little, teddy bearish. I don't know, what. We're going to talk about our kids for a second. Because Duke is a dad, and I want it's good because there's all sorts of people that are watching this show, and maybe if you're a musician and you're a parent, then you can relate to having a toddler and what it's like even trying to be a musician or play one single solitary note of music in your home without having a barnacle attack you and try to hang on you and your instrument and everything else. So it's a struggle that a lot of people maybe have never experienced, or maybe you have, right? So let's talk about that for a second. First of all, your son is adorable, and he's can we say his name on air? His name's Towns, and he's named after Towns Van Zandt. How cool is that? So that's cool for one. And he's a toddler, super Todd, right? So
Yeah.
what does your music setup look like at your house? Or is it a room, or is it a vault, or is it where's your space?
Well, mine's probably a little different than most because the entire upstairs of my house is music studio.
Nice.
So I record a lot of bands, and I've been working out of there for the past few years. Very different than what most people.
So,
would have.
but door shut or baby gate or what?
Well, he comes in.
Is there stairs though?
There's stairs.
So he's doing stairs now.
Oh yeah.
Up and down.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
He's big. He goes to school. Well, daycare now. He goes to daycare. So he's big. He
Smokes
he
2
talks.
packs a day.
Yeah, he's hardcore.
He's hardcore. But do you have to block the space or?
I want him to be interested in it.
My
wife always jokes that he's gonna steal all my guitars and they're all gonna be his. But
They
he's
will be.
left-handed,
They
so
will
he lost it.
Whoa, Jimi Hendrix
Maybe,
guy.
maybe.
Yeah, cool. That's cool. I know for me it's a battle, and I've got now a baby gate corral that goes around my space where I've tucked
Your
it.
playpen.
Yeah. The old playpen is now the musician circle corral, so that my son can't get into my stuff. But it's a struggle. It really is, because they're so curious and so interested. And you want them to be so interested and everything. And I've got the guitar that we sit there, and I'm like, honestly, I don't want you to snap the neck. But like anything else is kind of okay, but don't snap the neck.
My kid ran into, I have a little work office, and he ran in earlier and picked up 2 screwdrivers and was running through the house like that, trying to smash them into things. It's terrifying.
It is terrifying, but like it's been crazy, like having my son's Echo, having Echo, like he's like holding the guitar and like wanting to jam, and he had a little guitar that he got from a friend, for a gift, a baby gift, and I would always do the bass line for Billie Jean. So I'd pick it up and go boom, 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 right? And so now everything that's like a guitar is boom, 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 boom. And now Echo's doing that. And so, like, how there's these lotion bottles or like soap, and they have the little pump at the top, and you can turn them, like straight is you can pump. If you turn it this way, it won't pump. So if you turn it this way and you flip it, it's like a guitar. And so Echo has determined he'll grab that lotion bottle, soap bottle, and flip it on its side. Now he's like, boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, boop, 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 boom, 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 boom. And he's like, boom, 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 boom. And yeah, it's Billie Jean. It's not my love. Yeah. So it's been fun. So.
We're all about it. We do the Peppa Pig run.
Peppa Pig. My friend Gil's doing Bluey.
Oh yeah, I love Bluey.
Yeah.
You Australian guys would have been all
absolutely. Yeah, I'm sure Smoking Elmore's. They should know all about Bluey, and if they don't, then something's weird about that. Anyway, Duke, congratulations on being a dad and
likewise, man.
being a great dad. And we're going to get the boys together so they can form a band. They're going to shred so hard one day. So I can see it now. It's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. Oh, wait, dude. So you're Dutes and Adams. So they need like an E name or something. They could be DEA. Could be their
2-year-olds on the list.
Right, Dudes and Elliot Adams or something, DEA. So yeah. Better than kicking asphalt. Better than the Nuns. Better than the Nuns. Cool. All right, well, we're getting close to the end of our time here together on the Mason Adams Show, episode 5. We want to thank everybody so much for tuning in to today's show. Make sure that you're subscribing to the Wellspring TV YouTube so that you can get notifications whenever we go live. Also, make sure you like and follow and subscribe and all those things to Learning Names. They do have a show Friday night in Arlington at Mavericks. And so if you're going to be over that way, swing by, check them out. Tell Duke, hey, we heard about you on the Mason Adams Show.
Do I have to give you a cut then?
Yeah, 3%. We've.
It's not bad.
You signed it. So we're going to end this show the same way we do every show, which is I become the audience member. We sign off. We get one more song from our special guest, so the floor will be yours. And then that's just how we end the show. We don't do a cuss and discuss or anything after
Sounds
the
good.
last song. So, anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. Mason Adams Show. This is episode number 5. Remember, we're moving to the last Wednesday of the month. Every month, shot live in studio from the B-side at Six Springs Tavern at Beltline and Plano Road in Richardson, Texas. We'd love to have you come down and be a part of the live in-studio audience. You never know what you're going to get. You never know who the special guest might be. Make sure that you follow and subscribe and check out Mason Adams Project, who's playing a show this Saturday night in Pottsboro at Lake Texoma at Highport Marina, the Island Bar and Grill. So once again, thank you so much. I'm your host, Mason Adams. We love you. Be safe out there. See you later.
By your heart, man, I tell you my crime. I was drowning, I was feeling like the world would fall apart. And did you handle your void as you crept out my door? All that sneaking, all that cheating, till those rumors start to churn again. Well, I was the one who was sinking in the depth below. You left with your new friends. So I got, and the fall, it must have blown your heart. 'Cause each morning you're lay next to me. Oh, have you been? Broken apart with no words left to say. Sure, I'll miss you, I forgive you, but this is the only way. And did you press out those tears? Did you sweet talk those lies? All that pouting, all that shouting, till the truth shows in your eyes again. Why was the one who was sinking in the depth below? You left with your new friends. So my God, and the fall, it must have blown your heart. 'Cause each morning you're lay next to me. Oh, have you been? I was the one who was sinking in that depth below. You left with your new friends. So my God, and the fall, it must have blown your heart. 'Cause each morning you're lay next to me. Well, Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Six Springs. Thank you, Mason. Cheers.